All right, hey everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. So we're gonna dive right into this thing today, y'all. Make a quick little video here. What I'm doing is trimming all my mules, and I'm getting my baby mules, May and June here, used to using the grinder on their feet with a sanding pad on the grinder. It's a whole lot quicker and more efficient once the mules learn what it is and learn to stand for it. So we're gonna go through it with all four of June's feet here. I'm gonna cut some of the grinding parts out just to make the video go faster. But I wanted to highlight, how I do what I do and go about it and all that good mess. And another thing, y'all, I want to tell you about a plowing coming up this weekend at Mike Brewington's in Barlow, Kentucky on Saturday, April the 19th. And I will add some information here in the video for you. And she's not used to this hoof stand either, so that's something new for her. Plus, I'm getting this grinder out, so I'm just going to kind of run this thing, let her get used to it. Now, I'm not going to try to overstimulate her. I'm just going to kind of let her get used to it. And basically all I'm doing is taking a little bit of toe off. None of them's got shoes on right now. And a mule needs a good bit of heel. They're stood up more than a horse is. I've told y'all that in the past. And if you want to know more about their feet and all that good mess, I've got a video that we made a while back with Alice in the shoeing stock on the differences in like a mule and a horse's foot. And I'll put that video number down here so y'all can go back and find it, and I'll even try to put a link to it in the description. And you can go back and watch that video if you want to. There's a lot more information on there. Today, I just want to kind of go through, get a little bit of their toe off, clean their feet up a little bit, and clean their manes up. Just kind of get them used to this grinder. I don't really have an agenda. And on young mules, mules that ain't used to this kind of thing, it's best not to have an agenda. It's best just to kind of, shoot from the hip, be spontaneous, I guess you could say. I'm just going to kind of take my time, try to do one of her back feet. You got to be careful because you can get kicked, and y'all have already seen that she's a little bit sensitive, She trusts me pretty well, to do things with her, but still she's kind of sensitive, so I have to kind of be easy with her, if that makes any sense. Ain't get no hurry. We'll just do what we can do. Oh, gal. I'm gonna give her just a second, let her settle down a little. I want her to pick that foot up on her own. I don't want to have to sit here and hold her. I want her to pick her foot up on her own. Don't want her leaning on me either.
Wet. Wet now. Now, you see how she was fighting it pretty hard in the beginning? You know, wanting to jerk her foot away from me and all that good mess. I mean, that's kind of all part of it, y'all. And if you don't do this a lot, they'll be worse. The more you do it, the better they'll get. I haven't spent a lot of time with them, with their feet. Some, you know, when I feed them and stuff, I pick their feet up. But just simply picking their feet up ain't the same as using this grinder. It's a little different. You know, so again, I'm not trying to change the shape of their feet a whole lot. I'm just taking off what little bit needs to be took off and getting them used to this thing. So let's get her to move over and we'll do the other side. All right, you can get over a little bit. Here, get over. Come here now. Step over. It's all right. Here. Here, get over. Get over a little bit. All right, she don't want to do it that way, so I'm gonna have to do it another way. All right, come over. Sometimes y'all, you just gotta improvise and adapt and overcome. I want to keep her as calm as possible. I don't want to go in here like a bull in a china shop, start getting her wound up, because that's going to make this whole process a lot harder. If you keep your animals calm, you're better off, you know. Me and her's got a pretty good understanding. A lot of people wouldn't get along with her. She wouldn't get along with a lot of people. But me and her's got a pretty good understanding, for the most part. We still have to have discussions every once in a while. And I was gonna tell y'all, what you do on one side don't mean it's good on the other side. They've got a left and a right brain. So what you do on one side, you have to do on the other, and desensitize it to the other side, because you can get a totally different effect, you know. She's pretty smart, so I'd say she'll figure this out pretty quick. Now, let's see. Let me see if I can get her. Here, step your butt over just a little. There you go. I'll try to keep her out of y'all's way where you can see. What I'm saying? You gotta be ready. What you do on one side don't matter on the other side. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. But this is gonna be good for her. Time we do this a couple times, this will be real good for her. All right, now I've got her toe about where it needs to be. I'm just gonna kind of go around the outside of it, take off any extra, you know, that's you know, like oblong or whatnot. Just gonna kind of run around the edge a little bit, roll it up a little. I'm not going to ask too much out of her. We got the toe took down. Even if you don't get it took down as much as you want to, less is more in this game, really, to be honest with you. So, you know, if you can do a little bit today, maybe come back tomorrow and do a little bit more. Might take you a couple days to get it, but it's a better experience for the mule. And like I said, I will keep her calm at all costs. Everything I can do to help her. Now, I don't know what all y'all can see from up there, but y'all don't need to really worry about what I'm doing as much as you're worrying about what the mule's doing. I need to take just a little more off the outside. Now, y'all can't tell it in the video, but she's sitting here just quivering. You know, I can feel it in her leg and whatnot. You know, I can tell that she's having a little bit of a hard time. So that's why I'm not asking too much of her, you know, at one time. I'm just kind of doing a little bit and then, you know, coming back and taking a break. And, you know, we'll just take it a little bit at a time. All right, I need to get in here beside you. All right, can you move over a little? Stand up a little. Yeah, that doggone extension cords got you jacked up, don't it? That's all right, we'll deal with it right there. We'll deal with it just like that. All right, now I had to swap cameras, y'all, because my GoPro just was being a pain. The thing's wanting to cut off on me, so I don't know what all y'all got to see and what you hadn't got to see. But remember, less is more when you're doing stuff like this with these grinders, introducing something new. Just take her easy. You know, you ain't got to get it all in one lick. We've already finished her front feet. Let's see, we've done both front feet and the back foot. Now we're gonna work on the right back foot. And again, I'm just gonna come back here and I'm just gonna stand at her hip let her get used to me being here. I haven't worked with this right back leg a lot because when I come up to feed them, I'm always on their left side. The left side's the easiest. Generally speaking, if they'll do one side, they'll do the other. But as y'all seen earlier, just because they're used to something on one side, it don't always mean it works. So it's good to proceed with caution is what I'm getting at here. Okay. So, all I'm gonna do is just run my hand down her leg and let her just kind of get used to me messing with it. I want her to take her weight up off of it. All right. I'm gonna hold it there for just a second. See how she's leaning over on me? I'm gonna let her get back up on her own. You know, she's stretched out and all that good mess. So I'm gonna just kind of let her take her time. Again, we want to just kind of do this easy.
Now, y'all, I kind of fought her there for a few minutes, getting her leg up without putting weight on me. And it's a whole lot easier when you get a rope and put a rope around the bottom of their foot, because you can kind of get out from under them, so to speak, and get them to put their weight back on their feet instead of on you, because the harder you try to hold them up, the harder they're going to lean on you, if that makes any sense. So this rope here, my lead chain, is the way to go in this situation.
First obstacle we're going to have to overcome is getting her to stand up on that leg. Come here. If it was easy, everybody'd do it. Now I'm slowly taking my weight off of her, showing her that she can do it. As soon as she stands on her own, I'll let her have her foot back. All right, there we go. Now, all right, give it to me. As soon as she stops, all right, she's standing up on her own now. Quit moving that leg, I'll let her have it back. Whoa, whoop, it's all right, you did all right. Now that's what I'm after. I want to be able to get under her and work on her, and her hold her own feet up, not me. That's back-breaking work, y'all, when you have to do all that. All right. I'm not gonna hold her up. See how she's leaning on me? I'm gonna get off of her. Make her stand up on her own. There she goes. All right. Now she's leaning on me again. See how she's leaning on me? So, I'm gonna get out from under her. Make her stand up again. Yeah. Alright, we got a lot of the inside needs to come off. This will be pretty simple maybe. Now, we'll give her a break and give me a break. She'll be the worst one out of the bunch. That's why I wanted to show y'all. Because this is kind of what you have to do on one that's like her. And I'm sure there's a bunch of horses out there and mules that are just like her and hard to handle with their feet. The good news is the more you do this, the better they get. I haven't done this enough with her. That's why she's as hard as she is. Of course, you know, like I said, this grinder, I've trimmed her feet before with a pair of nippers and a, you know, a hoof rasp, but not a grinder. So you don't know what that is. But you do now, don't you, girl? All right, let's do a little bit more. So I'm gonna use my rope just so I can keep her from putting weight on me. Now I need to look at her foot a little bit more on the inside and toward the toe. That's gonna happen too, and when they do, just pick it up, start over. She's trying to lean on me a little. I'm gonna get off of her. Now that's the second time she's done that. I'm gonna have to be a little bit more stern with her. Give it to me. She's wanting to lean. Like I said, y'all, if it was easy, everybody'd do it. That's because it ain't. All right, now. She quit leaning. I'm gonna get me some air. Let her have some air. All right. Now I'm gonna ease off over till she stands up. A little more on her toe. All right. After all that fighting, she's done. We're done, girl. Now, y'all, look, thank you for hanging out with us and watching. I know this ain't been very exciting or whatnot, but this is another piece to the puzzle in getting all these mules where you want them to be. You know, I can show you the good parts to where, like Kate and Alice, they just stand there. But they've done this a lot. You know, these mules, these babies haven't done it a lot. May, I don't expect to have much trouble out of her. She pretty well just kind of goes along with whatever I want to do most of the time. So she'd probably be okay. June, on the other hand, she's a little more spirited. You know, like to do things her way. But normally with a little bit of patience, I can get her to come around to my way of thinking, if you know what I mean. So anyway, look, if you like this video and you enjoy what we're doing, hit that like button for us. And if you enjoy our channel and what we're about here, subscribe for us, please. To help our channel push us further down the road. And look, I'll put my email up here on the screen. If any of you need me, holler at me. Be glad to talk to you. And as always, I'm going to be praying for you, each and every one of you. If you're watching this video, I'm going to be praying for you. Y'all take care. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time.